Hey everyone, how are you doing? You may be saying, gee, why do you have a pumpkin and kind of a pumpkin that's kind of leaned over to one side? Well, maybe the pumpkin's just having a hard time. Or if you see at the bottom, see there's a little gap and a gap. So the pumpkin either has to go to the right or the left. And I heard a phrase, and there's one word I can't remember. So I'm going to say the phrase and see if you know how to fix it to make it sound correct. So if you go left, it is right. If you go right, it's left. That if you go right, it's left. I don't think the word it's comes before left. So listen to it again. If you go left, it's right. If you go right, blank left. I could have looked it up. I didn't think of that till just now, but I thought if you've heard that phrase ever, I heard it somewhere, and it made sense when they said it, but I don't think where I said the word blank, it's a different word. I'm going to try once more. If you go left, it's right. If you go right, something left. I don't know. If you go right, it's left. Doesn't sound right to me. So if you ever heard that phrase, let me know. So I made no promises about, how many vlogs or when I can vlog, but I'm doing the best I can. I really had a lot of plans for National Women's Day month. This month of March is National Women's Day month. So, if I don't get to things and it's, I don't know, April or May, maybe we'll talk about then. I don't know. I had a lot of thoughts. I had marked down things in a notebook, all kinds of things I had thought of, but a lot has gone on in our lives, and I'm not quite ready to talk about it. Maybe never, I don't know, but anyhow, if you know that phrase, let me know. So I started thinking, what kind of topics go with women? Oh, there's so many. My goodness, it would just, could talk forever. It could be a whole channel. But anyhow, I'll say the phrase first and then I'll do the little caveat after, or well, you'll see. Did you want to get married or did you want a wedding? I heard that too. And I thought, but I got it right away. And I usually don't catch on to like jokes. I mean, some jokes I get, but there's jokes that have a little bit of a, I don't know, twist or something where you can't quite get it. Or it can go one of two ways, or I don't know how to explain, but anyhow, I got it right away. So did you want to get married or did you want a wedding? Now, I don't know about you, but I remember when I was, out of high school. Actually, I almost think somebody got married our senior year at high school, because I remember being in a wedding. I don't know. Maybe it wasn't. It seemed like we were still in high school. I don't know, but anyhow. When I think back, my high school friends that got married, well, I think I was the first that got married out of all of us that were, not in a group. I was friends with everybody pretty much. But, you still have kind of a subgroup. Like, I remember a couple of friends and I, we used to like be the babysitters of the street. Well, not my street. I was a babysitter of my street, and then people heard about me from where my friends lived, and they wanted me too. I guess they heard I was a good babysitter. Kids liked me. But, you had those kind of subgroups. Or then I had the groups that, like this one friend and we loved to go play tennis. So we would, I got my license first before everyone else. I don't know why, I just did. And my dad bought me a car. I was so fortunate that he did. And I told a story, and I may retell it for the new people because it was it was a car story. But anyhow, back to the topic. I still have it rolling in my head, that first phrase I said, and I can't think of it. But anyhow, we'll think of the correct way. So there is a difference. I remember I remember one girl in particular, she was engaged definitely in high school. Just a little tiny, chip of a diamond kind of, what high school kids could afford. Or was it a promise ring? I don't know. But anyhow, she was planning and planning and planning. Then I was in one of my friends' weddings, and the same thing. Holy cow, the planning, the dresses, the colors, the venues, the flowers, the rehearsal dinner, um, my gosh, the everything. And I thought, what a big production. And another one, too, who was already either engaged or had the promise ring, already planning. No, I think she got married right when we got out of high school. But just planning and planning and planning, my gosh. And I thought, wow, all that money. Because for those of you that are new, I grew up poor. So I knew money was very precious. And so I guess my answer to the question I'm asking all of you is, did I want to get married or did I want a wedding? Well, I did want to walk down the aisle, I will tell you that. I really did. I don't know why. I wanted to have where my dad would walk me down the aisle and, shake the hand of the man I was marrying and hand me over. Oh, that sounds bad. That sounds like, I'm not a woman's liber by any means, but it kind of sounds weird, hand me over. But, like, give his daughter to this other man who would now be the husband and the caretaker, so to say. Not, and again, it sounds like, putting feminism back 100 years, but it's not like that. So that's not what I mean. And also a caveat or addendum, I know not everyone wants to get married or wanted to. So the question still goes, were you thinking, or are you still thinking to get married or have a wedding? So, like I said, for me, I really wanted to walk down the aisle in church. It was very important for me to have a church wedding, and in my religion. But otherwise, as far as all that, the thing, this thing afterward called, you get married, you have reception. When you got to pay, I don't even know what it costs nowadays, but I think back then it was like, I don't know, anywhere from $25 to $50 a plate per person. That's crazy, especially if you have a big wedding. So, I wanted to get married. I wanted to forever. I wanted to grow old with the man I married. I wanted to walk by the canal hand in hand. I wanted us to take care of each other and grow old together and sit on our porch in rocking chairs and have our children and grandchildren, great-grandchildren come to our house for Sunday dinner, whenever they could. That's what I wanted. So basically, I didn't want a wedding. Did want to walk down that aisle, though. But I wanted to be married, to get married, to have a forever after, to have a date for Friday night, just to have someone to grow old with. So I'm wondering, those of you, I understand people want to be single. I know a woman, a friend of my mom's, who's got to be, how old can she be now? She's pushing 100. No, yeah, let's see, my mom, I think she's older than my mom. I'm trying to think, my mom died 11. Oh, yeah, her friend has got to be very close to 100. But anyhow, she never was married, so that would be called back in the day a spinster, an old maid. And I'm not calling any of you that who are not married, but I just remember hearing those terms. She never ever wanted to get married. I have another friend who, she just kept saying she didn't want to get married. And this is kind of on the side. I should probably make this whole another topic so I can have a whole another vlog. But maybe I will. I think I'll do that. Anyhow, so that's what I wanted. Also, another kind of thing, so I don't forget for next time, I always heard since I was a little girl that pearls are bad luck. And it turned out to be true for me. And that will be another story time. And I remember when I first started my channel, people like this table talk story time. So I thought I'd start with this. So anyhow, I again heard something that said, when a bride gets married and wears pearls, each pearl she wears stands for how many tears she will shed. Interesting. Well, of course, when I got married, I've been married twice. I never wore pearls. I just never wore pearls, period. Because when I was young, very young, like, I don't know, 8 years old, someone said never wear pearls, they're bad luck. And I actually think they were going to a wedding. But I just never wore pearls. Called superstitious, whatever. I never did, but I recently heard that. So I'm probably going to look it up because as my son knows me so well, he knows if I don't know something, I'm going to look it up. So I'll probably look it up to see what I heard, if it was true or not. But I'd be interested to know if you are married, were married, still want to get married again. Well, I always tell people, don't get married. It is just, I had bad luck. I was very dedicated and wanted to grow old together, but you know what? To do that, you need two people to want it. Marriage is like a job. It's, you got to put in. You only get out of it what you put in. No, that's not true. I put in a lot in both my marriages, and the first one was good. I put in a lot, he put in a lot, different ways, but we definitely both, it worked. It worked. It was good. The second one, well, it's too fresh and I don't want to feel nauseous. But definitely now, looking back, hindsight, right, 2020, he put nothing into our marriage at all. And I put so much into it. So like I say, the marriage, what you put in is what you get out. No, that I don't believe that's true. Because I put so much into the marriage. Like, I'm not a coffee drinker. But I would get up. This is with both husbands. I'd get up at 5 a.m., 3 a.m., or whatever they had to get up. And I'd make a coffee for them. I bought even the first guy was, I think, a Mr. Coffee. I don't know what they were called. This thing that was put under the counter, not the counter, the cabinet. The other one was the things with the pods. What's it called? I don't know. I forgot because I don't have it anymore. What's it called? Keurig, right? So I don't drink coffee. I'm not a morning person, but I got up with both husbands. I made them their lunch. I put a little note with a heart, and all that crap that I did. The first husband definitely appreciated. The second one, well, I can't. I don't want to talk about it. It's too raw, and he has people that spy on my channel, and I don't want to deal with them. But anyhow, let's ignore that. So the main part of my vlog today is for National Women's Day month, National Women's Day month. Is to talk about Women's Day things. Other topics to come if I get to them, but I don't know if I will be things like, I don't have my notebook in front of me, but just things, that what does women go through from, maybe you started off life thin, you got married, and, people put on weight, or maybe you're unlucky like me and you start off thin and you end up thin and you can't keep the weight on, or that's in my genes. It's hereditary. No, not the jeans I wear. Or something I can't wait till I get to. And I hope, if I forget, you remind me the topic about my friends and the one that didn't want to get married, and then I found out the reason why. And also about women, and I assume it's, when you go through menopause in the stomach. But a funny story of when I was little. So if I forget, remind me. But anyhow, I'd be interested in the people who were married, are married, or still want to get married. Did you want a wedding, or did you want to get married? And I don't know if you know the difference when I say it. To you, it may, well, give me your thoughts on it. It was just something interesting I heard. So for now, I thank you for watching. I thank you for your patience. I thank those that have been on since day one. I thank the new people, especially the new people that came on when I stopped vlogging maybe a month ago. there's one day I may share some. It's a lot, it's heavy, and I just don't want to talk about it yet. But thank you for those that are new and stayed on. And if you're watching, if you can subscribe, if you're not, it's free. It doesn't cost anything to subscribe. We're trying to grow our channel so we can monetize. It would really help us out, my son and I, if you did subscribe, so we could get over 1,000 subscribers, and we need 4,000 views a month, and we can monetize our channel, and then we could, it would be nice. But anyhow, let me know your thoughts on this or any other topic you want me to talk about with National Women's Day month, or topics about women and things like that. So anyhow, this is longer than I want it to be, but I'm kind of coming back after a while of, and believe me, it wasn't by choice that I didn't choose not to vlog. That's about it. So anyhow, please subscribe if you're not. If you're new, thank you for still staying on and waiting. And, if you can watch my videos, well, if we get enough people, then if you could all just watch my videos, just have them in the background and let them play. And I guess that's how you earn money on YouTube, but it would really help. It would help us, because this is like, now I've been working real hard to have this become my job. I mean, it's kind of weird because I love doing it, so it's weird, but what's better than doing a job and getting paid for it, right? So anyhow, and anyone who's been here from day one and I haven't heard from you, say hi. I remember even names from before, of course. They change like our names, our handles, whatever you call them, but I still remember people from day one. So if you're still here, thank you so much. So give me your thoughts on that question about the did you want to get married or did you want a wedding, and then the right and left and right. So for now, if you got this far, thank you. I hope you did. Don't forget to subscribe, like, share my channel with other people, because that's a better way to get more subs. And I hate to ask for subs, but it's like a job. It's like when I sold real estate. You had to keep asking and, tell your friends about me and all that. So a friend told me, it's like when you sold real estate, you worked really hard. I did work very hard. That's a whole nother story about my real estate, which, could be in the women's topics too, because I was the only woman in my real estate office. The only one, the first one. I'm sure later they had more, but it was all men's office. So anyhow, let me know if you're new, introduce yourself. If you're still around, say hi, how you doing? So for now, thanks for watching. Thanks if you got this far. And hugs to all of you. Bye for now.